Well, I was already performing Philip Glass's first violin concerto for many years. In fact, I recorded his first concerto with the Houston Symphony and Christoph Eschenbach. And I had met Philip Glass. I played it for him before the first concerto recording. And several years later, I was thinking about the Vivaldi American Four Seasons, and that I wanted to play more performances of Vivaldi, but everyone plays Vivaldi, everyone. And I thought, well, how can I create something that can give more attention to me playing Vivaldi? And the idea came so quickly to me that Philip Glass, whose music I love so much, is America's Vivaldi. That was my feeling. They have similar styles, the chugging ostinato, the beautiful melodies up top, very hypnotic and seductive music. And so I called Philip and asked to come to his home. And I was a little nervous, but I showed up at his home, and I told him that I believed that he was America's Vivaldi, and I hope that was okay. And he said, no, I'm very happy. I'm honored to be compared to Vivaldi. I said, well, very good. Do you mind writing an American Four Seasons? He said, of course, I would love to write an American Four Seasons. And I started feeling almost lucky, and I asked him, well, do you mind using the same instrumentation as Vivaldi, just violin and strings? And he said, yes, I love that idea. That's a fantastic idea. I said, oh, okay. Well, do you mind substituting the harpsichord with a synthesizer, electric synthesizer, to tap into the Philip Glass, almost rock and roll kind of sensibility that David Byrne and David Bowie and Paul Simon all loved. So to have Philip Glass with a little rock at the same time. And he said, I love it. I love that idea. And that's really how it started, with a conversation when I went to his home and asked him. And it took him 7 years to finally begin work on the piece. But I was very patient because I knew it was going to be successful. And I knew how special it would be when he sent me the MIDI tape, the computerized tape of the score, and just that very non-human way of music making. Even though it wasn't a human playing the music, it was so powerful. I knew that once a human played it, it would be even more powerful and more beautiful. And I fell in love with the piece immediately. And really, we made no changes. I took it as he wrote it. Maybe a couple of dynamics, but that was it. And he gave me a gift. He included 4 solo violin pieces to introduce each season, and that was a beautiful thing he did. And sometimes I play the 4 pieces alone, just as a solo violin piece. But we did disagree on the seasons. His winter was my summer, and my spring was his fall. And so we laughed about it, and we decided not to list the seasons, to let the audience decide. And so I think that was a good idea. So excited to meet him Philip Glass and his people, and they were very excited that I'm performing with the maestro. I know he's a big fan of Philip's music, and so I'm extremely excited. I have a Japanese student who is coming. She's at my school here in the United States. She's a fantastic player, and she's so excited, and she's coming to Tokyo for the performances because it's a fall vacation at the school. So she's going to come to Tokyo, and because she wants to meet Joe, and also will help be my interpreter as well. To say that it's an honor to work with him is an understatement. I certainly know of his powerful appeal around the world. I know he comes to New York, and Radio City Music Hall will be sold out, and I've enjoyed listening to his music and obviously reading about him, and I'm excited to play a piece like Philip Glass's American Four Seasons, because I feel very confident working with the maestro. And of course, when I told my student Hanami that I was playing with the maestro, she almost screamed. She was so excited that I was coming. No, I have a special place in my heart for great musicians who love Philip Glass and his music. So obviously I feel very privileged that he chose me, and I'm humbled by the invitation, and I hope he does not regret the decision. I think we'll be fine because I play it from memory. I love every note, and I look forward to sharing with the maestro my interpretation of this piece. I'm so excited to come back. It's been many years since I performed in Japan. I performed in Tokyo and Sapporo and Fukuoka with Christoph Eschenbach and the L'Orchestra Nazionale di Santa Cecilia of Rome. We played at the Pacific Music Festival in Tokyo and Fukuoka. I played Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, and I played the Leonard Bernstein Serenade for violin, string orchestra, harp, and percussion. And that's the Bernstein piece. The Serenade is also a very special piece for me because I also knew Mr. Bernstein, and it was a great honor for me to go to the Pacific Music Festival that he founded to play. But it's been a very long time since I performed in Japan, and so I'm coming early to spend some time, and I'm staying a few days late also because I need to breathe in Japan instead of just performing. But so I'm very happy to come back, very thrilled and honored to play in Japan.